We are here for the Revolutionary War weekend and reenactment.
Version, the Philadelphia version, the whichever state down south version, and there's just little differences in there. Again, reason we get back to the Valley Forge and Steuben starts saying we want you to do exactly the same thing. No different versions going through all of that. We saw earlier on the path here, we were doing sizing. The idea having the largest men to the side, so it actually kind of swoops in, so you don't have small men behind someone who's tall and so forth. Typically, once they've established, they'll stay at this with this size, their placement for the duration, while ever their company, squad, or whatever exists. You are right-handed, so moving this around on your left arm, you're very much aware of the weight difference. So if they're getting around and getting used to it, we're still really early in the reenacting season. So a lot of them have worked out in off-season. Something again, and at the same time.
And what are we cooking today, ma'am?
I am cooking nothing because in the 18th century the men were divided into groups of mess and they cooked for themselves. So my husband made a beef stew, which I'm heating up. What you see here is a petty sutler, which is a person who would come and sell goods to the soldiers. And over here is a market demo, which would be what people who lived on local farms and things would come and try and sell to the army.
Right.
And then, of course, the number one occupation of the women who follow the army, laundry.
Right.
Laundry services, just like the dry cleaners, they were paid per item. Laundry and cooking.
$1,000 in tobacco use. Tell me that woman didn't know what she was doing. She operated the printing press there in Annapolis right up until her death, and when her son took over in 1775. So yeah, she never saw the revolution, but she was definitely one of the revolutionaries.
Wow.
You probably know nothing about it. It's a shame. So, you know, shaving a haircut 2 bits, yeah, a bit being, 2 bits being a quarter of whatever the reel was worth, I'll take that. You know, I mean, I went to Great Cuts before the event, and it cost me about $23 to get a haircut. I think that's a steal, but that's actually how the whole thing, or the whole shebang. Now, you ever hear the term, don't go running off half-cocked? Okay. These are the parts of a gun. You've got your lock, you've got your hammer right here, and then you've got, this is called the cock. So you put that in half-cock. It is a natural safety to the weapon. I should be able to pull on this trigger all day long and nothing should happen. Should something happen, there's something broken here mechanically. Now, when you load these,
called What's in the Barrel, where it shows you, everything was stored in barrels, because that was, way to keep it dry and keep it, so you'd have your spices, you'd have your gunpowder, you'd have fish, your salted meat, all stuff like that, and it would all be stored in barrels.
Patch and ball out the barrel.
Even Horatio Nelson came back to England and a barrel
Dropping
of brandy.
Nelson's blood. The story is, I believe.
Now,
As skirmishers from the left, march. 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 Run. Halt. Now, we can fight. We can separate our groups and keep the enemy in sight.
I don't know if you like this. I just want to be
care. Halt! Basically, they were the maneuvers that we used. They were very basic. We weren't a big fan of that. People forgot. And as a consequence, you see ramrods flying across the field. So it's just a safety thing for all of us. Run!
Thanks for coming out today, folks. My name's David Skorka. I'm the commanding officer, Helms Company, 2nd New Jersey Regiment.
My name is Paul Hutchins.
Of an infantry company in...
Hi, Paul.
My friends are teasing me a little. Inside joke. Anyway, I portray a captain. You can tell I'm a captain because of the yellow cockade on my hat. That's the badge of rank at this point in the war. The light infantry is supposed to be highly trained and they can operate a little more independently than the regular common soldier. So he's giving orders to his guys that they will advance. When the army is formed up, they are in 2 ranks of files. So a file is a man in front and behind, and the rank is the line of guys from left to right. He's in charge of a company which would have 2 platoons, 25 men or so. I would have a lieutenant in charge of that section. That's just great because we like attention, so please ask questions. We're just using black powder, so the blank, no musket balls that we're using right now. In an 18th century battle, most of the casualties come from cannon fire rather than musket fire. A weapon like this is accurate to about 100 yards per man-sized target. Sorry? You mean in the 18th century army, or you mean these guys here? So in the 18th century, the soldiers were responsible for their own weapons. They would keep them on at all times. There were 6 guys, one of those tents back there. They keep their muskets. They were responsible for maintaining them. Ammunition would be centrally controlled. There would be issues. They would usually have cartridge boxes like this that have a wooden block in it with holes drilled in it. Fire! A pre-made tube of paper with gunpowder in it, and there'd be a musket ball on top of the gunpowder, and that's how they would load. And if you watch what they're doing right now, they're reaching around to their boxes, they're pulling out tubes of white paper, biting the orders, and make ready. Fire! Yes, what's your question? They are maintaining their weapons, making sure they're safe, that everybody's fired, there's no gunpowder left in them. One of the things we do as reenactors, every time when we're done firing, we make sure that everything went off, everybody's weapon fired, because they can be temperamental. We make sure that down the field, and ideally they would be all the... Yes, sir. Well, that's about time. If you run out of ammunition, you can't fight. And that was a problem that the Continental Army had, was getting gunpowder and musket balls. It was something that they worked very hard on to make sure they had a steady supply. First of all, warfare is a definitely occupation. So it's kind of challenging to hide behind feet and such like that. But also, the musket ball fits a little loosely. It's meant to load quickly, fire quickly. Major? Okay. That's fine. Just checking because I kind of told him make sure.